Welcome to class, my dear students. It is my pleasure to teach you online again. In this lesson, I will be teaching you the elements of poetry. As with narrative, there are elements of poetry that we can focus on to enrich our understanding of poems. There are materials a carpenter uses to make a table or a chair, like nails, wood, hammer, and so on. What then are the materials that a poet uses to create his poems? Those materials are known as elements of poetry. They are the building blocks of the poets. And the first of them that I will discuss with you in this lesson is mood. Mood is the frame of mind of the poet when writing his poem. It could also refer to the emotional response that the poet wishes to evoke in the reader. That is why you feel a certain way after reading a poem. That's when you feel is known as mood. You could feel happy or sad or worried, as the case may be. It all depends on the poem. A poet could use setting, you already know the meaning of setting, tone, the way he says what he says, choice of words and theme to create mood. So the poet put all these together to create mood in the reader. So after reading a poem, you may feel sad or happy. It all depends on the subject matter of the poem. Another element is tone. All poems have a tone of some sort. Tone is the attitude that the poet exhibits towards his subject matter or audience. The poet expresses his attitude through the poem's syntax, that is, the arrangement of words and phrases in sentences, or the structure, the way the poem looks, or the vocabulary, that is, the choice of words of the poet. A poem could have various tones, ranging from disrespectfulness, hopelessness, sympathetic, passionate, and what have you. Another element of poetry is diction. Diction simply refers to the style of writing or the choice of words of the poet. Some poets employ difficult diction, while some poets make use of simple diction. Many words used in poetry have double meanings, and that takes us to denotation and connotation. Many of you have been using these terms without even knowing it. Now, what do they mean? What is denotation and what is connotation? Denotation refers to the literal meaning of a word, that is, the basic or the primary or the dictionary meaning of a word with no extra meaning. The basic or the primary or the dictionary meaning of a word is known as denotation. Connotation, on the other hand, means the suggestive or implied meanings associated with a word. That is, the meanings given to a word beyond its dictionary meaning. Many poems use their words connotatively. Take note of that. But the meanings they ascribe to their words could be general or personal meanings. Now look at this example. Bobby wore a blue shirt today. Denotatively, the meaning of blue here means the color of shirt that Bobby wore. Bobby was blue after his dog died. Connotatively, blue here means that Bobby was either sick or disappointed when he lost his dog. Did you take note of the difference in meaning now? There is another word here, commitment. Commitment is used denotatively and connotatively here, and they do not have the same meaning. Rose is a flower that is associated with love, and a rose comes in different colors. Each color has its own meaning connotatively. The pink rose connotes gratitude, the yellow rose friendship, and the white rose connotes purity. Alright, so this is what we mean by connotation, the extra meaning attached to a word, given to a word. Alright, another element of poetry is rhyme. Rhyme is the similarity in sounds. This may come in form of repetition of a single word or different words with similar sounds. So for words to rhyme, they must not all be spelled the same way. If they have the same sound, fine, they rhyme. Look at this example. These words here all rhyme with eyes. Take note that they do not all have the same spelling, but they all sound alike with the word eyes. Cries, flies, pies, sighs, all rhymes with eyes. Here is another example. Go to the last word of each line. Day and play sound alike, so they rhyme. Stress and sleeplessness also rhyme because they sound alike. So another element of poetry I'll be discussing with you is rhyme scheme. This is the pattern in which sounds in lines of poetry end. Each new sound in a poem is assigned a different letter. The first line of a rhyming scheme is always assigned the letter A. If a sound repeats, it is assigned the same letter as the line in which the same sound appeared. Now take a look at this poem. To achieve a rhyme scheme, go to the last word of each line. So the last words here in the first two lines are home and loan. They sound alike. That is why we have them as AA. No, woe. They sound alike BB. And they don't sound like the first two lines. The fifth line here sounds like the first two lines. That is why we have it as what? A. So the rhyme pattern of this poem is AA, BB, A. This one has the rhyme pattern of AA, BB, CC. The first two lines rhyme, 3 and 4 sound alike, 5 and 6 sound alike. Another element of poetry is density. Density is what sets poetry apart from prose. Density means giving a lot of information in a few words. Poets do not concern themselves with verbosity. They usually express a lot in a few lines, and that is what is called density in poetry. Another element is imagery. Imagery is a literary device that refers to the use of figurative language to evoke a sensory experience or create a picture with words for the reader. When you are reading some poems, it appears as if you can see what is being described in the poem. Yes, that is because that poem has appealed to your sense of what? Sight. Sometimes you feel as if you can hear the sounds or even taste what is being talked about. So, imagery appeals to the 5 senses of sight, smell, hearing, taste, and touch. Alright, so it is on this note that I bring the lesson to a close. Further discussion will be carried out in our physical class. Remember to ask questions on shady or gray areas. Until I come your way again, goodbye for now.